squash it. And if he can't, then Gunna move on to the next label. Cause man, your music is popping off. Like it's like, bro. What's good, YouTube? What's good, potentials? What's good, sneaky game? How y'all doing? Hope y'all been sneaking and creeping and staying healthy and wealthy and having motion and flowing with the ocean. This is gonna be part 2 of what we talk about for the giveaway of part 2. I already named that what part 1 would be. I hope y'all start doing it. Part 2 though, we gonna be it. I'm gonna say it at the end, and hopefully y'all figure out what the part 2 gonna be at the end. But no, scratch that off. I'm gonna let you know what part 2 gonna be at the end. But we're gonna be doing a reaction video to every single diss on Gunna, the Last Wun. My glasses broke. I don't know why. Guess it got mad that I was doing 2 counterfeit things. If I could open it. No, I can't open it. Oh well. If you don't know, but now you need to know, it's your boy. Let's get right into the clip and stay tuned for what we finna say at the end. And yeah.
After taking the Alfred plea deal in late 2022, pretty much the entirety of the industry has turned on Gunna. Thug is publicly trying to tear him down, Lil Baby is sending shots through his music, and Lil Durk straight up called him a snitch during an interview. Yet with all of these rappers trying to
my Wi-Fi,
he still managed to shine and drop hits. With Gunna now on his album, The Last Wun, deciding to finally address all the dissing and even send some shots back at everyone that turned their back on him. So here is every single diss on Gunna's The Last Wun. At the start of the album, track 2, Let That Sink In, Gunna would say, I've been giving them love all my career, this year I'm taxing. Don't let that go over your head, let it sink in. Have him chop your dread, let that sink in. This is Gunna basically saying, I've been supporting people my whole career, but after everything that happened, I'm done giving out free love. He's addressing the shift in his career since 2022, when he took an Alfred plea deal in the YSL Rico case. While the plea technically means he maintained his innocence, many in hip-hop saw it as snitching, especially as there was a video recording of him admitting YSL was a gang that needs to be stopped. And straight after he got out, his once close friends, Young Thug, Lil Baby and Lil Durk, distanced themselves from him and outright began dissing him. The taxing part is him saying that any support he gives now comes at a cost. He's not playing the friendly collaborator anymore. If you want Gunna on your track, you're paying for it. Then the don't let that go over your head is basically a warning. He's telling us as listeners.
To be honest, man, he's doing the right thing, because what do we hear now? Young Thug's career is going down. Lil Baby's career is going down. And I also heard something about Gunna saying that Lil Baby needs him. Now, that right there, another man saying to another man, you need them. If I was Lil Baby, man, I would get my correct and start telling Gunna, I don't need you. But Gunna's album, The Last Wun, that was a spectacular album. I got some hits on there that he got some hits on there that is just like, yo, I want to keep listening. Please produce more. And especially when he dropped the album and I didn't even know, I was like, yo, he has another album? Hold up, I gotta listen to this. Bruh. Forever Be Mine. We Gonna Fuck Tonight. What else? Pure Pursuit. The Pursuit with Offset. There's even other ones that I can't remember off the back to name right now. But the fact that he's dropping music and not being like Young Thug, where Young Thug is like dissing on him through Twitter. I mean, come on, bro. Make music, bro. Stop dissing on that dude. Lil Baby on the other side dissing too. We gonna get to Lil Baby. I got a reaction video I need to show y'all for Lil Baby. It's terrible. It's just sad that they even got to the man like that. But we gonna talk about that one. But yeah, Gunna's doing his thing.
Is to really process what he's saying and have him chop your dread.
Really?
Is more of an aggressive sort of diss. Possibly
Really?
a subliminal aimed at certain rappers he wants to decide who now want to act tough. Those same rappers.
Bro, I'm gonna have to refresh this whole thing because, like, what the hell?
Cutting off someone's dreads has street connotations of humiliation and dominance. It's like saying, don't forget I could embarrass you in ways you couldn't recover from. And I mean, really, he kind of already is. We've seen the difference between how Gunna's and Thug's music has been received since their releases from jail. Everyone loves Gunna as he's dropping straight hits, whilst Thug is basically embarrassing himself by dropping not great music and constantly putting out stupid tweets. Anyways, this shift I was talking about is even obvious in his feature list. On the Last Wun, the guest appearances are Offset, Burna Boy, Netchi, Asake, artists outside his immediate pre-jail circle. Compare that to DS Forever in 2022, which had heavy YSL and Atlanta ties. Young Thug, 21 Savage, Kodak Black,
G Herbo.
Future, G Herbo. It's the clearest signal that Gunna has been cut off by most mainstream rappers, and now he's trying to branch out after the snitch accusations. Similar to how Drake's relationship in the industry froze up after his beef with Kendrick. And now on Iceman, he's making sure no one gets away with a betrayal. Later on that same song, Gunna would say, "Know this stuff be fake, you still gonna take a chance. I've been keeping stuff cordial, I be about to crash." This is Gunna peeling back the curtain a little to what's been going on behind the scenes in the industry. When he says, "Know this stuff be fake, you still gonna take a chance," he's talking about knowing that a lot of relationships and alliances in the rap game are purely for show. Fake love, politics, temporary loyalty. He's saying he's aware of the backstabbing and the two-faced behavior, but he's still been willing to work with certain people or give them a chance despite that. The second line, "I've been keeping stuff cordial, I'd be about to crash," is where he hints at a shift. Since his release in 2022, Gunna's been unusually reserved about directly dissing people. Aside from some subliminals, like the Lil Baby aimed bars in Bread and Butter, he's mostly avoided naming names. This is a stark contrast to Young Thug, who's openly shown hostility towards him through social media and songs. By saying "I be about to crash," Gunna's warning that his patience is running out. It's like saying "I've been keeping the peace, but I'm this close to snapping and calling everybody out." And you might be asking, why does this matter? Well, up to now, Gunna's post-jail strategy has been damage control, avoiding any escalation with the beef, focusing on music and rebuilding his fans.
That's a good thing. To focus on your purpose and to keep focusing on things that matter more than the beef. It's like how my pops always used to say. There's a pool of pigs in one place. And if they want to dirty themselves, let them dirty themselves. But if you're not going to dirty yourself, you don't have to. You can be that one pig and decide to not be in the whole mess where all the other pigs are dirtying themselves. Those pigs that are dirtying themselves are making themselves look like fools, making them look lost in the industry. Not even, bruh, they're not producing any music that's even like making people want to listen over and over, or even want to make people like put memes out, or even make people want to put some like TikTok stuff out. I even got a TikTok idea for one of Gunna's songs that he dropped in his album called The Last Wun. I'm not gonna share too much of the details what that meme is because I don't want people stealing the creativity. You can share the creativity, but if you're going to steal it, then no. But here's the thing. Gunna is doing what he has to do. If you're gonna snap, my bro, go ahead and snap. But if you make it into some like nice creative music, oh my goodness, I already know he will. That's the thing. He might snap by just saying different things on a diss track and maybe go with another like rapper that might hit some hints to making it harder stuff. But who knows? Who knows? Hopefully he doesn't snap where he goes to the people, but I don't think he's gonna do that. I think he's gonna use more of his mouth and use more of his mind as he is right now doing with the Last Wun and most of the other songs.
Base. This line suggests that that strategy might be over. He's signaling that if people keep poking at him, he's ready to fire back. I mean, after this part, he literally said, "Bet these fellas be goofy, I got a master plan." This could be him clowning the same rappers who turned on him after his release, painting them as unserious, clout chasing, or blindly following industry narratives without thinking for themselves. The next part, "I got a master plan," is the most important. It's him saying he's not just lashing out aimlessly. Gunna's hinting that he has a strategy to
God damn, can I see what the hell going on?
turn the situation
It's bars.
around
I
in
don't
his
know
favor,
what the hell this
whether
thing
that's
doing
through his
it.
music, his business moves, or how he positions himself in the industry post snitch allegations. Again, personally, I think similar to the Drake situation, he waited for the beef to kind of go away whilst plotting behind the scenes, and now he's making his comeback. And then on the next track, Just Say That, in the opening verse, Gunna would say, "Ain't no more warnings, I'm telling you, stay back." All that loose talking, they come and relay that. I know the single is getting outdated, you want a feature, then fella, just say that. The opening two lines are aimed at everyone who's been speaking on Gunna since the snitch allegations. He's essentially saying he's past it giving subtle hints or grace periods. From now on, it's direct. If you're spreading rumours or sneak dissing him, he's hearing about it, and he's not going to ignore it anymore. Then the part about the singles and wanting a feature, well, personally to me, this is a direct diss at Young Thug. His first single back, Money on Money with Future, had a very bad reception, with people calling it generic and boring, unlike Gunna, who has had multiple hit songs over the past couple years. Essentially saying, your music isn't hitting right now, and let's be real, a feature from me could put you back on the map. Of course, he's not actually offering Thug a collab, the bar is pure sarcasm, positioning himself as the one who's still on top despite the entire snitch narrative. He's basically reversing the roles. Before the YSL case, Gunna was often seen as Thug's protege. Now he's flipping the script and implying he's the one with the hits and Thug's the one who might need help. Well, actually on Tuesday night, Gunna dropped the music video for this song. Well, a couple hours later after it dropped, Thug supposedly decided to respond. Not with a direct tweet, but by quoting fellow Atlanta rapper Ken Carson's delusional lyrics. All my fellas DTR, down to ride, all your fellas RTD, which means ready to die. I mean, just a subtle jab, I don't think it means too much. Basically saying that Thug has loyal friends that are ready to die for him. Whilst Gunna, he doesn't really have that, especially after the YSL fallout. But Thug didn't stop there. Just a few hours later, a snippet surfaced of him dissing Gunna by name on an unreleased track that's reportedly on Lil Baby's upcoming album. Only reason I effed with you, Gunna, it was cause of Truth. For context, Truth refers to OG Truth.
Bro, Young Thug, stop. Bro, you know, I listened to a couple of songs because it's with Gunna and Lil Baby. But I know a lot of people finna hate me when I finna say this in the comment section. I mean, when they finna say this in the comment section. Young Thug's music is not really that great. I'm sorry. There's a couple of songs that are good and everything, but listening to the man does not really have that much of great music. I'm sorry. Now people are gonna be like, "What is you talking about, bro? Have you where have you been living underneath a rock?" Like, bro, there are songs of Young Thug that are nice and amazing. This one and that one, bruh. See, I can't even name the songs because they're not that good, bro. The ones that I remember with Gunna was Three-Headed Snakes, Sold Out Dates with Lil Baby, and Lil Baby got good music. I ain't gonna lie. I can't discredit Lil Baby, but Young Thug, nah, I can't listen to that. Now, if he came out with nice music that was good, then it would be a hit. Like the ones that he came out with Nipsey Hussle, yeah, well, it was something. The ones with Drake, yeah, it was something. But single by himself, nah. I'm sorry. He's not cut out. He's just not cut out. Like I listened to some of the songs and I'm like, okay, it's cool. But with Gunna, oh man, it's a hit. It's a hit.
a respected Atlanta figure who passed away some time ago. He was a major connection point between Thug and Gunna early on. By saying this, Thug's trying to say the only reason he ever dealt with Gunna was out of respect for Troop, not because of any personal bond. Now, I'm not sure if that's really true, and it may just be more of Thug trying to rewrite history, because there's no way you bring up an artist like Gunna and spend years with him just because of Troop. Now, to me, this just looks like the beef is not going away anytime soon, and really, this is just the start. Gunna put a couple subtle jabs on his album, and Thug...
It's not gonna go away because Gunna is trying to grow up and move away from it. Young Thug, Lil Baby, and everyone else that's dissing on him is acting like a bunch of kids. You got caught in a case court. He said his own, he left. You said your own, you stayed. When you said your own and you came out, what happened? You were supposed to produce music, you went back because you did something that you was not supposed to do. So, Gunna is growing up and moving on with his music and his career. Y'all need to start doing the same instead of keep jabbing and trying to throw shots and trying to throw knives and keep even trying to throw bombs at the dude, because the dude don't care no more. But it's like this. I can't really say he don't care anymore. A bear is not going to stand there and keep getting poked in the belly by a knife that says, oh, I don't care how it feels on your body, I'm going to keep poking you. The bear one day is going to attack. You know what I mean? So I'm just saying, like, y'all got to grow the F up, bro, and start moving on with your careers, because the boy Gunna, the man Gunna is actually taking off. He's actually pursuing and moving with good music. Y'all need to start doing the same. I'm just saying. Rush, you're gonna fall off.
On the fourth track, GP, Gunna would say, we lit across the states and they hate it. After a rapper switches, their career usually falls apart, especially when you're associated with the streets like Gunna is. But he's actually only continued to get bigger.
It's the music, man.
Billboard topping hits, selling out arenas, and so on. And really, the haters hate that. Potentially another shot at all the people dissing him. They really wanted to tear him down, hoping that them spreading that message is going to make Gunna's career fall apart. But really, it hasn't, and he's only continued being very successful. On the 8th track, Prototype, Gunna would directly respond to Young Thug. Fella had tweeted my name, must have had to be a typo. Pray that cash could recycle. After Thug was released from jail, he would tweet, Gunna, stop acting like we're friends on the internet, I don't know you, my guy. He deleted it instantly, but the screenshots, of course, spread around, solidifying for many fans that the YSL founder had officially cut ties with Gunna. Calling it a typo is pure disrespect. He's basically saying that had to be a mistake because you wouldn't be stupid enough to talk slick to me like that. It's very dismissive, like he's not even taking Thug's words seriously. Then later in the album on track 17, F Witcher Boy, Gunna would say, you might feel it for certain, I can't take that from you. I rode with you to the dirt, and that's one thing I honor. He's speaking to Thug, basically saying, if you truly believe what you're saying about me, fine, that's your truth. I can't change it. It's a way of acknowledging Thug's feelings without agreeing with them, almost dismissing them as just his personal perception, not fact. Then I rode you to the dirt, and that's the one thing I honor.
To be honest, I don't even feel like Young Thug should even get mad at Gunna. Gunna said what he had to say, which is, yes, YSL is a gang organization. I mean, he did not lie, he didn't twist nothing. He said what it was, and maybe Young Thug and all the rest of the people that were in the jail and in prison and in front of the court system and in front of the judge was trying to lie and say it's not a gang organization. Because I know, yes, y'all probably would have gone down for more years even telling the truth, but lying and saying it's not this and it's not that, yes, I feel like what they should have done was say it's a gang organization that makes music together. Then it's a whole different ball game. But to just keep lying and saying it's not this, and then one of the fellow people that's in your group says it's a gang organization, and because he didn't lie and say it's not a gang organization, you can't really be mad at bro. Bro said what he had to say. He's still rocking with y'all. Y'all is just choosing not to rock with bro because he didn't lie the way y'all was trying to lie in the stands. So I feel like, and this is why he's elevating in his career. Cause bro's not trying to keep negative energy on him. He's with the positivity. Y'all in the negativity trying to say, oh, he switched up on us. Oh, he lied to us, bro. He really didn't snitch on y'all. He really just snitched. Well, he didn't even snitch. He just basically told the truth about what type of organization he was with. He wasn't really saying, hey, this is the lie and this is not what it is. And hey, I got out like this. He didn't tell names. He didn't say, oh, who's the co-founder. He just said it's just a gang organization. And he came out. And he did it. He's just doing his music. I feel like this thug needs to start growing up and start saying, hey, you're my brother, you're my friend. We should continue music. Scratch everything I said. I'm sorry. We should continue. Instead of tweeting on the internet and feel like he scratched your back too hard to the point where you and him are not road dogs no more. I just don't get that. I don't get that, bro.
Hits harder when you remember the history. Gunna is reminding Thug and the audience that he was loyal up until the very end. A subtle guilt trip. I had your back all the way through, and this is how you repay me. It frames Thug as the one who broke the bond, not him. He's almost closing the chapter with him and YSL. He's saying, I did my part, I honored our relationship, and if you want to throw it away, that's on you. Because really, it is Thug causing all the drama. The public don't really care about this alleging snitching.
What I tell
if
you,
he even snitched in the first place.
What I tell you.
The public want them back together.
Exactly.
But
Exactly.
Thug wants to maintain his street image.
Acting like a child.
Gunna would say, you show me you got my back and I got yours. We make enough to feed my fam and yours. This feels like one of the few genuinely bridge building moments on the album. After multiple tracks of subliminals and direct shots, Gunna takes a step back here to acknowledge that if the loyalty was mutual again, they could both win. The first line, you show me you got my back and I got yours, is simple but important. It's Gunna saying that despite everything, he's still open to standing alongside Thug if Thug makes the first move. It's a conditional offer, but it's not framed as a threat, more like a door that hasn't been fully shut. The second line, we make enough to feed my fam and yours, reminds listeners that when these two were on good terms, the partnership was financially and culturally powerful. Gunna's essentially saying, if we put the past aside, the money and success will take care of both our families and us. And with this album quite literally being the last one, the last album before his deal with Thug's YSL is over, this could be Gunna telling Thug this is his last chance to make things right before he officially leaves. Track 21, CFWM. Some fans thought just the title of the song was a diss. Fans are speculating that Gunna might be throwing shade at Lil Baby by naming his track CFWM, which some believe is a reference to Lil Baby's
what's the name of the song?
CFW, which if you didn't know is his new label. With Gunna then rapping on the song, and they can't F with me, it ain't ever gonna change.
Oh, yeah.
I can't go for nothing strange. I got dirt all on my name. I have to charge you to the game. And you know who has been spreading dirt on Gunna's name? Lil Baby. Basically, you've been talking down on me, but none of that changes the fact you can't compete with me. Then on the final track of the album, Him All Along, which actually released as a single 8 months before the album, Gunna would say, on the way to reaching my goals, a lot of doors open and close. Even though the song dropped 8 months ago before the album, it fits perfectly as the last track because it sums up everything Gunna's been hinting at all project long. When he talks about doors closing, he's pointing directly at the people who shut him out after his 2022 release. Those closed doors are the collaborations and relationship he's lost, and the open doors are the new opportunities he's carved out despite it all. It's not a direct shot like a typo or feature lines, but it's an important closing statement. Gunna's essentially saying, yeah, a lot of people switched on me, I'm still reaching my goals, and I've replaced the doors we closed. It's a calm way to end the album. Not with a big diss and a big bang, but with a reminder that he's still standing and still winning. The chorus of the song is literally, they were trying to stunt my growth, I've been steady chasing my goals. Fella, why you watching? I'm grown, fella can't take my throne. Again, people are trying to tear him down, watching his career, watching his every move, but Gunna is just staying out of the way and focusing on himself.
As
So
he
yeah,
should.
from start to finish, the last one is basically Gunna getting a lot of stuff off his chest. Every track has a little jab. Whether it's at Thug, Lil Baby, or just the industry as a whole, he does it without ever getting to need messy. He's clowning bad singles, calling out fake love, flipping on power dynamics. And the crazy part is, he's doing all this while still dropping hits and selling out shows. The whole album feels like him saying, I've been quiet but don't get it twisted, I'm still winning. And that's really the point. He's not chasing anyone's approval, he's not begging to be let back in. He's showing that the people who closed doors on him didn't stop him at all. If anything, they just made him more focused. If this really
That's what he should do. CFWM, bruh. That's a good name. That's a good name for a label. Y'all can't with me. Shit, man. That's a good label. You know, I hope Gunna. I hope not Gunna, but I hope Young Thug comes to his senses and just squash the beef. Just squash the beef, my G. Like I said, man. Gunna didn't say no names in the court. He just said YSL's a gang organization. That's all he said. The fact that Young Thug is getting mad is because they probably was lying and saying that it wasn't. And here comes, somebody that was your second commander, chief commander in hand, and says it was. Don't get mad at him. He was just trying to get out. He said, you know what? Best thing is I tell the truth and they just give me a lesser time when I get out. Which Young Thug should have done too, instead of lying, and it took his process a little longer. And then even though it still took a little longer, he came out and did something, and then he went back to jail. Went back to court. Matter of fact, not jail, but just went back to court. But yeah, I feel like he should just squash it, and if he can't, then Gunna move on to the next label. Because man, your music is popping off. Like it's like, bro, I can't wait to make that meme, because that's when y'all really gonna know what I mean. But and I'm pretty sure y'all listen to the music, so y'all already know what I mean. I don't gotta really stress it out. But what's it called? Potentials. If you're new, subscribe. Sneaky Game Potentials. Oh yeah, we gotta talk about what part 2 of the giveaway would be, which is $963. Why did I choose the number? Don't ask. I know why, but just don't ask. And if you do ask, it could make your chances to be pushed up a little harder. But what's it called? What y'all would be looking for? I think there's some tapes that were in the channel that got deleted, and I still have them. I'm just waiting for the right time to post them. You have to name how many were taken off the channel. And of course, I'm going to count this right before it goes live. So that way, anyone that gets the number gets it correct. Now, you have to also name 2 videos. These were 2 important videos. I'm pretty sure anyone that was subscribed that are OGs, that are down from like maybe 100 or like 200 or even 50 or even 10 from the start, should know what these 2 videos are from just missing. Just the names of them. If you get close to it, you'll still be qualified. If you don't get close to it and you still guess the number, your chances for winning $500 will be still up there, but you still gotta play a little bit more of the game to be able to get that prize. So, yeah, that's what you need to do for number 1. Prize 1 is pretty easy. It's pretty easy. Anyone can really get it. Prize 2 now, it's low key hard. It's low key hard. Prize 3 we'll talk about in the next reaction video. Sneaky Gang and Potentials, like the video. Also, when subscribed, hit the bell for more notifications so you don't miss any of the videos, or don't even miss the giveaway or the live that will be 2 to 3 hours, giving everyone a chance to come in or leave if they need to go do something. We will do it somewhere around, I'm gonna let y'all know that in the 4th reaction video. I'm gonna let y'all know around that time. But here's the thing. Comment down below what you think about the Gunna Gunna's every single dissing Young Thug and Lil Baby. We're gonna go straight to doing Lil Baby's reaction video because we gotta talk about it. The boy, I don't know who linked out what, but he is furious. But what's it called? Share to whoever, your ex, man or a woman, whatever you're into. Yes, share to whoever. But yeah, share to your uncles, cousins, aunties, nieces, brothers and sisters, and nephews. But it's your boy Sneaker West Thigh or Sneaker Westy, however you want to say it. We still appreciate both. I'm out, and it's been a successful reaction video. Peace.
I made it for nothing, no turn into something from nothing. Yeah. Made it through property, on a minority, you know my story. Hop on the jet on my property and fly away. Fly, fly, fly away.